5 hacks that makes your reading 10 times easier than previous. So at first you need to find the keyword from your question, not at first you are taking the question and reading the passages. It's not like that. First trying to find the keywords. Like here there are 3 types of question. You need to find from all of them. Like at first you have fill in the blanks, then true false, then here you can find another fill in the blanks from table. So what you have to do, find the keyword from at first it will be easier to find from the first, then from second you have to find keyword like the Middle Ages. Most Europeans knows where nutmeg was grown, so the Middle Ages is our keyword. And in third one we also can find the Middle Ages or 16th century. It's our keyword. So now we can do it. So the leaves of the tree are in dash shape, so we need to find the leaves shape, like shape. So shape is our not keyword, keyword is leaves, and we have to find the shape of the leaves. So in second, the surrounded the fruits and breaks open when the fruit is ripe. So something is surrounded the fruit, so we can find it easily, and breaks open, and the rips also our keyword. So the third one is used to produce is my spice nutmeg. So something is used to produce spice nutmeg. mm, Spice nutmeg. So there I can't find any keyword because spice nutmeg you can find it everywhere. So the fourth question is the covering known as the aril is used to produce. So aril is used to produce, so aril is our keyword. Aril means one kinds of we can say it in Bangla khosha ba chokla, something like that. So leaves, we have to read the question first. The nutmeg a valuable space. The nutmeg, okay, we have to read, we can read it slowly. Like we have to find the leaves. So small groups Iceland, Indonesia, part of spice Iceland in northern Indonesia. Leaves, we find the keywords leaves, so here must be our answer. The tree is thickly branched with dense waves of tough dark green oval leaves. So the leaves is dark green, and oval is one kind of shape, so oval is our answer. So we have to write oval, O-V-A-L, oval. So our next question is dash surrounded the fruit. So the fruits is below something or in the middle part of some leaves can be, or I don't know, something like that. So we have to find the synonym or surrounded the fruits. Okay, next, the produce smell yellow, bell shaped flower pale yellow, pear shaped fruits, the fruits encased. Okay, we find the similar word like surrounded. Surrounded means চারপাশে, encased মানে কোনো কিছুর ভিতরে আটকানো আর কি. So in fleshy husk. Okay, so husk might be our answer. We have to read it again. The dash sounded fruit or breaks open when the fruit is in the rib. So we can't find rib, but we find encased মানে বন্দি করা, আটকানো, কোনো কিছুর ভিতরে আটকে থাকা. So husk is our answer. So 3 is used to produce spice nutmeg. So our main target is something is produce মানে কিছু যে একটা প্রোডাক্ট যেটা এই মানে নাটমাগের মূল উৎস আর কি। ওকে, we have to read it because there is no keyword. When the fruit is in the rib, the husk split into two halves along with range running length of the fruit inside a purple brown shiny seed across, surrounded by lychee red or cinnamon covering called an aril. Okay, these are sources of two spice. Okay, spice something spice nutmeg, the source. Okay, we find the source of spice nutmeg, but there are two spice nutmeg source, so we have to find it. So spice nutmeg and mace. Okay, sources of two spice nutmeg and mace. So it's a spice and it's also a spice. So the former being produced from dried seed and later from the aril. So we understand that spice nutmeg is from dried seed and the mace from the aril. Okay, the covering known as aril used to produce. Okay, we also find aril, but in question 3 is used to produce spice nutmeg. So seed is our dried seed is our answer. But yeah, here you can see one word only. So if one word only, we must use seed because dried is not give any sense. So seed is only one our answer. If we can use they asked for one or two word or more than one word, then we can use dried seed. Okay, understand? Then the covering known as aril used to produce. Okay, aril is used to produce what? Mace. Okay, mace it's one kind of spice, like in Bangla we say joitri. Okay, now we have to find the next question. In the Middle Ages, also here we can find the Middle Ages. So we have to see the both one. Nutmeg was bought to Europe by, okay, nutmeg bought, someone is bought nutmeg to Europe. Okay, and most of the Europeans knows where nutmeg was grown. So okay, nutmeg was highly prized and costly ingredients Europe cuisines in the Middle Ages. Okay, we find the Middle Ages and was used to flavoring medical. Okay, the medical অনেক কিছু জন্য তৈরি করতে লাগতো। Throughout this period, Arabs were exclusive importers of the spice to Europe. So কে ইউরোপে ইম্পোর্ট করতো? Arabs. এই যে এখানে bought to Europe আর import to Europe, it's a synonym. So Europe by Arabs, ARABS, Arabs is our answer. So we have to find 16th century. No, there are not even any question. So 7th century is our next target. And look, here we can find any keyword. Demand of nutmeg grow. It was believed that to be effective against known as disease. Okay, some disease. Okay, effective against any disease known as. Okay, so we need to find some disease. Disease means any kinds of ill or rogbalai. Okay, we can't find this answer. In the Middle Ages, Europe knows what nutmeg grown. Okay, Arabs were exclusive importers. They sold nutmeg in high. Arabs were exclusive importers of spice in Europe. They sold nutmeg for high price to merchants based on which they revealed. Okay, but I think we find the answer. They sold nutmeg for high price to merchandise business. Okay, but they were able to extract location of the source extremely valuable commodity. ইট মিন মানে তারা অনেক চেষ্টা করেছিল লোকেশনটা খোঁজার, কিন্তু কি তারা এক্সাক্ট লোকেশনটা খুঁজে পায়নি। সো ইটস এ ফলস। মোস্ট অফ ইউরোপ নোস ওয়ার নাটমাগ গ্রো, কিন্তু তা তো জানতোই না। সো ইটস ফলস। So it's false. Okay, the VOC. Okay, our next target is the VOC. Okay, always in danger. Clear. And then the Portuguese banned Iceland and began to Swiss always danger competition neighboring Spain. The Portuguese began to subcontaining their spice distribution. Dutch trade profits began to flow into the Netherlands, and Dutch commercial safety grew. The largest in the land of the Dutch control control shipping, trading spice. Okay, we can't walk here, so we need to search from there. Okay, Dutch merchandise founded the VOC. Okay, VOC, a trending comparison is there. Okay, now we have to find the VOC. The VOC was the world first major trading company. If the VOC was the first major trading company, then it's true. If the not, then it false. And if they are said the VOC was first or not, like they can be said that VOC was the greatest company or largest company or the biggest company, but if they say it first, then it's true, or it's if they say it's the third company, or it's our keyword. Okay, first major company. So we have to find this, is it first or not. VOC was okay. We find a trending competition better as known as the East India Company. By the VOC was the richest commercial operation in the world. So it was the richest commercial operation. Look if we can find anything like that. Okay, the company 5. Okay, the company, a large company, have worldwide private army of 30,000 men and a flight to 50 ships. At the same time, the Iceland was people across the Europe were dying highly. Okay, we find another answer. Dying disease. We find in blank the disease. Okay, our true false answer should be not given, because it was the richest commercial operation company, but there even don't any clue that is first major company or the primary company, so it's not given. Okay, here we find the disease. Okay, demand for nutmeg grow, it was believed to effective against the disease, মানে এটা কোনো সমস্যার রোগ বালাইয়ের ওষুধ হিসাবে ব্যবহার করতে হবে। কোন রোগ? সো সাম disease, we have to find some disease. Okay, people across the Europe were dying of plague. So plague is the rog. Plague is it's one kind of jalaton kora rog. So we find the disease. So it's plague. Plague. So our next target is the touch, the control in the Iceland. Put on nutmeg, avoid being cultivated. Okay, something is used to put in nutmeg to avoid being cultivated, মানে নাটমাগের চাষ বন্ধ করার জন্য কিছু একটা ব্যবহার করা হতো। Okay, and our next target was this. Okay, fine. Following the trendy of Bida. Okay, trendy of Bida is our clue word or keyword that has control over the Iceland where nutmeg grow. Okay, our trendy of Bida is clue word, and here something is put on nutmeg. Okay, doctor was supposed to stop Jesus. Okay, doctor অনেক চেষ্টা করেছিল, but they decided to help everybody who wanted to nutmeg and close to nutmeg, but a few plants could be them. Okay, seas of London chocolate to Dutch. And our keyword was something is put on at map. Okay, the Bangla Island, Benda Island was ruled local include natural inequality towards white power, which allowed them to avoid percentage of Portuguese Spanish troops on their coil, but also left them to approach from the. Okay, we find Dutch. Then we have to search in it and to surely control the one Dutch want to protecting their new. Okay, Dutch তাদের নিউ যে ইনভেস্টমেন্ট ছিল সেটাকে কি প্রোটেক্ট করতে চাইছিল, মানে নিউ ইনভেস্টমেন্ট নাটমার্ক। ওকে, দে concentrate all nutmeg production into few easily guarded areas, uprooting and destroying any trees. Okay, they destroy the trees outside the zone. Anyone caught growing, okay, কেউ যদি চাষ করতে ধরা পড়ে যেত, okay, growing nutmeg সিডিং অর ক্রাইং সিডস উইদাউট দ্য প্রপার অথরিটি, যাদের কোনো অথরিটি ছিল না, তারা যদি নাটমাগ চাষ করতে যেত তারা কি পানিশড হতো আর কি, দে পানিশড। ওকে, in addition all the exposed nutmeg was covered with lime. Okay, lime means chun. Okay, what anyone caught growing nutmeg. Okay, okay, we have to make sure there was no chance to fertile seed which could be grown elsewhere would leave the island. ওকে, তার মানে কি বোঝালো যে তারা নাটমাগের মধ্যে বা নাটমাগের মধ্যে কি চুন ছিটিয়ে দিত যাতে কি এটা অন্য কোথাও আর চাষ করা না চায়। ওকে, সো পুট লাইম অন নাটমাগ অ্যাভয়েড বিং কাল্টিভেটিং আউটসাইড, সো লাইম LIM ইজ আওয়ার অ্যান্সার। ওকে, 1770. And also here our clue word is trendy of Bida. Okay, 1770 and trendy of Bida. Okay, Dutch domination of once the Windows land was called run. Okay, there was only one obstacle to Dutch domination elsewhere. Okay, once Banda Island silver land. Okay, silver land called run only. Okay, land কথা বলা হয়েছে under the control of British after decades fighting the controls of this under control of British after decades fighting for this tiny island. The Dutch and British arrived the compromise of settlement, the Treaty of Bida. Okay, we find Treaty of Bida. So what they said. Okay, we have to see the question first. Following the Treaty of Bida, Dutch had control of this island where nutmeg. Okay, if Dutch has the control then it's true. If not, they don't have any control or someone others who have been control on Dutch, sorry, nutmeg, so it's false. If there is no line about if they controlled or not, then it not given, so we have to find it. Okay, one of Banda Island silver land called run only 3 km less than 1 km wide under the control of British. Okay, ব্রিটিশদের কন্ট্রোলে ছিল আফটার ডিকেডস, এটা সম্বন্ধে আর বলা উচিত না বলা থাকতো তাহলে এটা কি ফলস হইতো। আফটার ডিকেডস অফ ফাইটিং ফর কন্ট্রোল দিস ওয়াইড ওয়াজ আন্ডার। ওকে, আই রিড ইট অ্যাগেন। ওকে, টাইনি আইসল্যান্ড দ্য ডাচ অ্যান্ড ব্রিটিশ অ্যারাইভ এ কম্প্রোমাইজ সেটেলমেন্ট। ওকে, ব্রিটিশদের কাছে ছিল, তারপর তার কি সেটেলমেন্ট করলো। সেটেলমেন্ট যেহেতু করছে তাহলে দুধের মধ্যে ভাগ হয়ে যাচ্ছে বা একজনকে দিয়ে দিছে। ট্রেন্ডি অফ বিডা, তার মানে কি তারা একটা কম্প্রোমাইজ করে টাচকে দিয়ে দিয়েছে। ওকে, ইট মিন ইটস ট্রু। সো টাচ হ্যাভ কন্ট্রোল, নো I can't find anything like that, so we have to read more. Instead, the securing the hold over every nutmeg production of Iceland, the Dutch offered it a trade to British who will give them the island of Run. They would run give Britain a distant and much valuable island in North America. The British agreed. Okay, মানে তারা কি ব্রিটিশদের থেকে এই যে ডাচ মানে ব্রিটিশদের থেকে কি এই নাটমাগের যে সোর্স এভরিথিং তারা চেয়েছিল কম্প্রোমাইজের মাধ্যমে, অ্যান্ড ব্রিটিশ এগ্রেড, ব্রিটিশ মানে কি পরবর্তী থেকে অ্যাগ্রিড হয়েছে, তার মানে কি পুরো কন্ট্রোলটাই কি ছিল ডাচদের কন্ট্রোলে ছিল। তো ইজ ট্রু। ওকে, nutmeg plants were secretly taken to know. We are there. Finally obtained the island of some of Iceland. Okay, we are read a Iceland name where okay, the tiny Iceland. Okay, so Iceland name. One of the Banda Island. Banda Island, we have read it first. Before one of the individual Iceland we have read it before. A silver land called Run. Okay, silver land across the Run, so wide under the control of British. After decades of fighting the control of tiny Iceland, Dutch and British arrived to settlement in Bida on the hold over the nutmeg production Iceland. The Dutch offered the trade, the British would give them the island of Run. Okay, finally obtained the island of Run from British. Here is our answer. British would give them the island of Run. Same, just some synonym. So nutmeg plants were secretly taken to, okay, কোথায় নিয়ে যেত লুকিয়ে লুকিয়ে। Then in 1770 Frenchman named Page successfully smuggled, okay, smuggle করতো মানে কি সিক্রেটলি টেকেন টু মানে লুকিয়ে লুকিয়ে নিয়ে যেত, আর স্মাগল করতো মানে চুরি করতো একই। নাটমাগ প্লান্স টু সেফলি ইন মাউরিটিয়ানস আজ সামথিং লাইক দ্যাট। যাই হোক, এটা আমাদের অ্যান্সার, মানে লুকিয়ে লুকিয়ে সেখানে নিয়ে যেত। সো ও উই ক্যান রাইট ইট রান। MAURITUS. Okay, 1778 is our next keyword here. Next, okay, 1778, a volcanic, okay, we have to read the question first. Half of Banda Island nutmeg plantation were destroyed by, okay, বেশিরভাগ কি বান্দা আইল্যান্ড কি গাছ কি ডিস্ট্রয় করে ফেলেছিল কারা? ওকে, 1778 এ ভলকানিক ইরুপশন। ওকে, একটা ভলকানিক ইরুপশন বলতে অনেক ঘূর্ণিঝড় টাইপ এরকম কিছু বোঝায়। দ্য ইন বান্দা রিজন কস্ট সুনামি। ওকে, সুনামি কি সব ডিস্ট্রয়েড করে দিয়েছিল, ডিস্ট্রয়েড বাই সুনামি। দ্যাট উইপড আউট হাফ অফ দ্য হাফ অফ দি নাটমাগ গ্রোভস, অর্ধেকের বেশি নাটমাগ কি নষ্ট করে ফেলেছিল। So tsunami, TSUNAMI, TSUNAMI. Okay, if you like my explanation, then please subscribe my channel, and also you can like and share your friends who are also being trying to given the IELTS. And thank you for watching. Best of luck for your exam.